Most people believe that once a couple have gotten married, they've thrown a very beautiful ceremony and they are back. Everybody has gone to their respective houses, respective homes. The husband and wife, they're in their honeymoon and they're back in their honeymoon suits or their home. The marriage is complete. Legally, that is not entirely correct. The law recognizes consummation of that marriage after the wedding ceremony. So it is one thing for you to throw a very beautiful ceremony, all well and good. But in the eyes of the law, your marriage is not complete yet. You have to consummate that marriage. Okay, you have to consummate the marriage, and consummation is the sexual intercourse a man and his wife have after a wedding ceremony. Now, am I saying that you must consummate your marriage immediately after the ceremony? No, I'm not saying that. Every couple is different. Some couple can be very tired after that day, they're exhausted, everybody just climb bed and sleep off. Why some couple they still have the strength? Understand? I'm not saying that you must consummate your marriage immediately after the wedding on that wedding day. But where day one, day two, day three, week one, week two, week three, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, there is a willful and persistent refusal to consummate the marriage. Now the law will say, there is an issue. There is an issue. Because your marriage is not complete. You're not fully married yet under the law. You must consummate your marriage. That marriage must be consummated. Which is why if you refuse to consummate it, the law recognizes it as a very serious marital issue. And it is a ground for divorce. Which brings me to explain another ground for divorce under the Nigerian law. Today, I am explaining the willful and persistent refusal to consummate the marriage. It is a valid ground for divorce. That's why I told you, in the eye of the law, if you don't consummate your marriage is not complete. The law recognizes that an issue because it is a ground for divorce. A very solid ground for divorce. What do you mean you are married, you're not consummating your marriage? What is wrong? Willful and persistent refusal. Not those words. Willful and persistent. Okay? Now let's get straight into the video and follow me to the end. Let's go. What does willful means? Willful means intentional. Very intentional. It's not because of sickness. It's not because of accidents. There is no just reason. Not because of any temporary circumstances. He just refuses. I don't like you. I don't want to do it. When they have consciously decided not to have sexual intercourse with you, I don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to. Is anything wrong? No. Are you okay? No. Have I offended you? No. Then what happened? I don't like you. I don't just want to do it. I'm not attracted to you. I'm not this. I'm not that. Intentional, consciously. That's willful. What of persistent means? Persistent means that refusal is continuous. It is not just because it's a very stressful day at work or a bad circumstances or you guys had a very bad fight. It is continuous. It is continuous. There have been opportunities to consummate the marriage, but the person is not just budging after several attempts. So these are what the court will consider. Is it willful? Is it continuous? Have there been genuine attempts to resolve this issue? Have you talked to him? Have you talked to her? Have you called family members? Have you done everything? And this person still refused. There is no justification, there is no explanation. Okay, that is a valid ground for divorce. And if you're able to show the court this, it is a valid ground for divorce. And apart from that, you must be able to show that up unto the point that you are filing the petition for the dissolution of marriage, the marriage has not been consummated. So it means that if you do it once and you not do it again, that marriage has been consummated. The marriage is complete. You can go for counseling. Yeah, he's not having sex with me. It is not a ground for divorce. Oh. He's not having sex with me again. Will they do it twice in a day? I say twice in a day. Will they do it twice in a month? It is not a ground for divorce. It is a cross you have to bear. And the best thing is go for counseling. But it is not a ground for divorce. It is not a ground for divorce. Okay? This willful and persistent refusal is that up until the point that you are filing for divorce, the marriage has not been consummated. It remains unconsummated. So one refusal is not enough. Any temporary circumstances, maybe the person is grieving, or the person is stressed, or there are ups and downs, or the person is sick. No, there are temporary circumstances that "Mm-mm, I'm not in the mood, I'm not doing anything." But what the law is really concerned about is the deliberate act, deliberate and continuous refusal, not temporary circumstances, deliberate and continuous refusal. So how do you prove willful and persistent refusal? First is your testimony. The testimony of the petitioner, even admission of the respondent. If the respondent so much hates you and say, yes, I don't just want to, That's another way to prove it. Then probably messages between spouses. It's just that when things are happening like this, you should actually try to start gathering evidence. When it's looking like it's not normal again, like something is very, very fishy, this is when you should start gathering evidence. WhatsApp chats, emails, you understand, chats, and even eyewitnesses, people that can corroborate your story, people that you have called, family members that you have called to come and intercede. You know, understand, family members that you have called to come and intercede in the matter. These are witnesses that can corroborate your testimony. Okay. Then general circumstances. Circumstances showing refusal. Okay. You can just bring instances or things, circumstances that have happened, things that have happened to show that the person has refused deliberately to consummate the marriage. So this ground does not mean absence of sex and or you're not satisfied. That's different. That's not a ground. If you're not satisfied with your sexual life, speak to your partner, get a sex therapist, or go for counseling. Okay, not enough sex or you're not satisfied in the marriage due to sex is not a ground for divorce in Nigeria. If you're relying on this ground, you have to satisfy the legal requirements, a deliberate, intentional, and persistent refusal to consummate the marriage. And like I said, up until the point you are filing for the divorce, the marriage must not have been consummated. So, in conclusion, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is beautiful. It's a union of two people, and it's beyond just living in the same house and sharing the same roof and sharing the same bed. Intimacy is a very integral part in marriage. The law recognizes intimacy as a very integral part in marriage to the extent that if after the ceremony, the marriage is not consummated, it can be an issue. It's an issue under the law. So intimacy is very, very important. And if you are getting married to someone and you know you don't like the person, please avoid the person. Don't use sex to punish the person. And you think, because this person has married, and the person, maybe because of what people will say, does not want to file for divorce, and the person is stuck in that union. So why did the person get married? I know that some people get married just because to have unlimited amount of sex. Some people just get married for that reason alone. They're not for any other thing. But to be able to have sex and sex and sex and have valid, legal, God ordained sex. And you, because of the devil that you are, you marry this person just to punish the person. You because this person, the person will not want to divorce because of what people will say, and the person will stay with you. The person is stuck in a sexless marriage. That's wickedness. So if you don't like somebody, don't marry the person. Marry who you're attracted to. Marry who you like. Okay? I hope you've learned something from this video. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me for more content on family law, follow me for more content on family law, subscribe to this channel, and if you have any questions, you can drop it, and I'll see you in my next video, okay? Bye.